All right, and this is our mastermind time for the last 6 minutes. And for Cynthia, who has not joined us before, our mastermind time that we have here with On Purpose with Purpose is anything in life, business, all of the above around our topic that we have for our action hours. So in this action hour, we talk about momentum is my theme. So anything you need momentum around in life or business. And so does anybody have any burning questions, topics as we go through our day or weekend that's on your mind?
So I don't have anything directly about momentum other than Stephanie, I don't know if I've ever asked or if I've heard you talk about like your reasoning behind momentum, which could really be cool for Cynthia to hear about, like the themes and why it's a focus, but why momentum is your hour.
So Terry Sayre actually gave me the word momentum. I was trying to come up with a word because I needed an additional word and a title for one of my workshops. When I was looking at one of my workshops that I talk about holistic wellness, and because my workshop was an alliteration, it was movement, mindset, and menu. And it was, but I needed something more because it was movement, mindset, and menu for life, like for something, and like moving you towards something. And so like we were in one of our business coaching calls for one of our programs, and Terry's like, well, what about momentum? Because you're like moving forward, you've got that propulsion. And I'm like, yes. And so like as I've taken that word, like the momentum has fit like in not only that workshop, but also like it's applied to, I've even used it, it's now part of my group coaching program and a couple other things that I've done, because it just seems to fit. Because what I do with that holistic coaching is it's moving people forward. It's propelling us forward from who we are, where we're stuck, and where we want to go, where we want to be. And where I work with people, where I work mostly with women, I do work with some men, but where I work with women is that stuckness, that feeling stuck place. In where do we get unstuck to get you moving to where you want to be? So that's where momentum came from.
Mind, movement, and menu. Mm-hmm. Okay, so when I heard you say that, I was like, okay, well, those are the components that you need to be consistent with. And what do we need? Like, what happens in consistency is that we are building momentum when we keep showing up for the things and taking action, whether that is planning our menus ahead of time so that we're not just grabbing whatever on the fly, or, we hurt ourselves by having lack of movement and then we push it too fast. And then, it's like when you said those things, because I don't think I knew that. So hearing those three categories, and it's an M, so that's super fun. We love play on things like that. But it is about like, those are the three things that we need to have momentum continue, like to keep the movement going in our life, that builds momentum when you put those three specific things together, I think. So that's really cool to hear.
Mm-hmm. Yes. All right. And we have 2 more minutes. Any other thoughts, burning desires before we get into our last hour of the day?
No, I just thought that was super cool though. Thanks for posing that, Becky. That was actually super cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
All,
Thank you.
all
Yeah,
of our different action hours, we have over 100 action hours through the month. All of our different hosts have different themes that they have. Like Kelly Fox is fearless, and Terry Sayre is courage, and we have people that have like inspire and design and grow and so many more, and refresh. And so there's all different themes that the hosts have. So we have different mastermind times, and people have different areas of expertise, so that you always have the time to come and be intentional during the co-working time and in the action hours. But then during the mastermind time, you have the space to kind of focus and participate in the conversation as different things come up.
gotcha. Super cool. I like it.
All right, I'm gonna head off into our intentions. So our last bit of masterminding in this action hour. So here's a question for momentum. As we think about Fridays, do you look at Fridays as something to get a lot done, or to wind down and kind of tie up all those loose ends?
Is it okay if I go first, Becky?
Go for it.
I like Fridays to be quiet. So it's tying up loose ends, but but I'm super productive because, it's stuff that you can quantify and just, just push stuff aside so that it's fairly clean for the weekend. So that's where I am.
Excellent.
Yeah, Fridays are my freedom day. I love that Sister B says Freedom Friday, because that's the way I moved before. And when she said it, I was like, yes. So Fridays are I move slower in my days, and I really I do my spiritual meditation. I'm in the faith hour every Friday. And then this is where I am receiving coaching. So it's my fill my cup day. Instead of focusing on my work and my clients, I'm really doing the things that fill me up on Fridays. And then I transition earlier than, Monday through Thursday to go into my family time. So I move slower and intentional with my family on Fridays.
Excellent. I think for me,
How about you?
Fridays are one of those days that are for big projects, because it's really only my mornings that tend to be busy and scheduled. So Fridays are those times where I can set big chunks of time to really work on things that take a lot of attention and detail. Because I also schedule clients and things on Saturdays. It's a regular work day for me. So I think Saturday is more my Friday, in that I look at, this is the time for the loose ends. This is the time to wind down, because my husband also works on Saturdays. So Sunday's the day we both have off, don't do anything. And so Friday isn't really like my end of the week kind of thing. So it's almost redefining that week for me.
Yeah, I can that was my schedule, right? Like I work Saturdays for sure, pre-pandemic. I was doing photo shoots on Saturdays because my husband works Monday through Friday. So when I was focused on my empowerment photography, I had clients on Saturdays, and that was that. Like I had, and it's a 12-hour process. So it's an all-day thing. So I was always working on Saturdays. But that is transitioned. So yeah, I use my Fridays when I really have those projects. I generally will do like about a 3-hour time chunk. So I love that you do the 3-hour time chunk here for momentum, because I will on certain Fridays, if I don't have anything planned, like summer is crazy right now, but that would be when I would really focus in. Look at those shoes. I would focus in on doing like personal development course that I have, that I've purchased to really like dive into those projects and really get a full grasp on something that like a project like you were saying. So I would do that on a Friday or a Saturday, as long as it's really intentional and not something I have pre-planned with my family to go do.
Mhm. All right, well, that brings us to 10 after. So we will go off and get to our intentions. So drive safe back. All right, all right. Well, we are starting to come to the end of our last momentum hour. Hope everybody has had a great day, a great Friday, and drop in the Facebook group what you're doing to gather momentum into this weekend. Have a great day.